Hey you guys, thank you so much for coming to check on me, you guys. I know I've been gone, but it's because I've been sick. You're going to hear it a whole lot in this video, so I'm not going to hold you. But you know what? Me being gone and in bed has had me watching TV and stuff. So I literally, you guys, have watched interviews and saw Facebook posts on other people's YouTube videos with Naya and an interview with Denise. And then I even seen Simone today from an old Steve Harvey show on a date with Laz Alonso. Yes, I just said Laz Alonso. And if you don't know who that is, you need to wait till this video is over. But remember that name and go check him out because Simone, how the hell you fumble securing Laz Alonso? You was put on a date with him. And girl, how long you been looking for love? Looking for love in all the wrong places. Sorry, y'all. That's what I get for trying to sing. No one I can't sing. Okay, so again, bear with me again if I'm just not sounding like myself. I'm feeling like myself. My notes is definitely myself, but I could not let this new episode come tomorrow and then I haven't talked to y'all about last week because who going home tomorrow? So the interview I had watched with Denise, Denise did clear up. I feel like kind of, sort of cleared up the whole situation with Rashid and the whole, colorist comment that she had made, and basically also what drew me to watch the video with Denise was because I had saw a YouTube video about Facebook post that Naya had put up in regards to the producer setting her up, and they wanted her to make her a villain and asked her to do that stunt she pulled, and how much of it was edited and just for ratings, and basically how they played her to the left and got her catching all this flack, and she can't say anything about it because she's in a contract. So I was just like, okay. Granted, I know reality television. They set you up like that. That's probably why I wouldn't do reality television unless it was my own production or a production company that I had trusted, because I do understand storylines. I do understand producers getting in your ear so they can have a good show. However, I do feel like though you have a choice. So I was thinking okay, so if they made you do it, who else? Why are you the only villain? And I thought about it. I was like, Denise kind of did come off pretty bad, but I feel like Denise again. I feel like both you and Naya, you guys, you know, y'all both made y'all actions that have drew the audience's attention like that. And again, I'm not being naive and thinking that Own is incapable of having, having a hand in any of this. But at the same time, it's you who makes the decision whether to go through with it or not. And I always felt like that show wasn't this show wasn't necessary to create, messy plot lines. It just kind of end up happening like that. Like look at last season, you know what I mean, with the three, and he went off with old girl, and then y'all drop down the comments and remind me of the names. That was a season ago, so I don't remember because I'm too busy trying to keep up with these people, what they got going on. But I did like Denise's interview with we're not name dropping over here because baby, y'all know I'm a very small YouTuber, okay? But I do support other channels and stuff. I just don't get that love back. So, you can find it on your own. But yeah, again, Simone was on a date with Steve Harvey, hooked her up with Laz Alonso. Child, how you fuck, girl? Girl, was that for TV too? Because, y'all ain't. I'm not gonna allow. It's only a role I'm gonna play for so long. Like certain roles that I'll play for so long. Like how long am I supposed to be out here looking for a man and needing help on TV? Like, no, no. So and it's crazy, Simone, that I end up seeing that today because a lot of my notes has to deal with you because this episode, honey, you were all over the place, and it does question, makes me question again a lot of the cast members' motives behind coming on the show. That's one thing about reality television that we're never gonna get out of. You're always still gonna have people that are there to be on television. Anyways, Calfani has bumped Adriana up on his roster. She's now number one, and I need Denise to secure Anthony because he doesn't have a fave. He likes her as well as Winter, but I think he likes Denise more than he likes Winter. And I think Winter is stuck on Jay, who's stuck on Joy, and her kisses apparently because Joy and Jay did this wine tasting thing. I guess wine is Joy's thing. And I seen another side of Joy. She's not feeling Edwin as much as she's feeling Jay for sure. I still don't know a damn thing about Jay. We are 8 episodes in, and I don't know nothing about Jay but the fact that he bald. I don't know. Adriana and Rashid had a cute day taking photos with one another on the lake, and I guess he may still be in to win her. I guess, it seems like Adriana may still be making time for Rashid, opposed to it seems like Calfani has kind of abandoned pursuing Denise and has been all in with Adriana. I like him and Simone better together than I do Adriana and him. Speaking of Simone, she was talking at Edwin. And I say at Edwin because Simone is badgering Edwin with a bunch of questions that she did not allow him to answer. And let me tell y'all something else. With me, you only get so many questions that you're going to ask me. I understand that we're here to get to know each other, but a conversation needs to flow organically. You're not about to badger me with a whole bunch of questions that you're not allowing me to say. Answer. And then you're only going to get so many questions with me to begin with before I get irritated and annoyed anyway, because it's just not what you do. It's how you do it, I just don't like getting asked a whole bunch of questions. Like, it didn't seem genuine because you kind of just, it was a lot. The whole conversation was not genuine at all. And Edwin didn't like it, but I think Edwin didn't like it because he wasn't controlling the conversation, which allows him to share what he decides to want to share. Like, Edwin talks a whole lot, but when you're the one navigating the conversation, you get to control what it is that you choose to share. Simone took the driver's seat, and Edwin was not in control of that conversation, and I think that's why he didn't enjoy talking to her. You know what I mean? Because he likes to talk any other time. Moving on. That's why I said, though, at the same time, that's why I said I like Simone and Rashid better together, because I noticed that when she was talking to Rashid, she asked his ass a lot of questions too. Like, that's just Simone at this point. That's the attorney in her. But when he speaks, she listens. It was a difference. It was like a genuine, I want to know these things about you, versus Edwin, it wasn't genuine. Simone was really just all over the place trying to make her rounds to every guy. And even though I don't see it from Brian, he told her ass right. He was like, basically, you don't be checking for me any other time. And here it is, elimination night. And now, I think Calfani said the same thing. Like, basically, you still in my, she said to Calfani? She said, Calfani, you still in my top. And I'm like, top? Girl, what? What do you mean your top? Y'all, you know his name? What are you talking about, your top? Girl, ain't this your first time talking? What did I miss? But yeah, they were just like, look, you gotta show me. That's what Brian said. And California was just like, look, I already got connections with other people. Like, she knows this. Anyways, speaking of connections, Anthony and Winter are having a talk when Jay approaches Winter, right? And when Jay approaches Winter, he like want to holler at, Winter. And this rubs Winter the wrong way because Winter feels like Anthony should have told Jay, like, nah, homie, like, we talking right now. You can holler at her later. And here's the thing, Winter. While I hear where you're coming from, like, I get that. Like, you want a man that, I always say, in a room full of men, I want the man that is going to be the alpha male. I don't want the beta male. You know what I mean? Like, but Winter, this is my problem with you. You just want some validation from any man because no man in the house has made you number one. You're constantly going up against with somebody else. Like, and look here. It's okay. I'm trying to remember what I say. Okay, but I just don't know how. Okay, I'm trying to stick to my notes because my notes is like the clean me, and when I just go off the top of my note, ain't no telling what I'm gonna say. That's why I like Denise's interview because I felt like if you follow me around for a long period of time, just record it, I'm bound to get caught up and say some bullshit too. Not nothing colorist because I'm very aware and so over colorism in the black community, but you know something I'm sure. Anyways, it's a reality dating shows, and two, maybe you aren't applying the same pressure that you want these men to come behind you as. Like you want more than what you giving in. And you seem more interested in Jay up until you see Anthony's body. And so how you want that man to fight for you all of a sudden? Like he knows that that you may be more invested in another guy. And I get it that Anthony is cool and calm and collected. I do. I can see where some women in the house have a conflict with that. But the women can't read him. And that's why they sleeping on Anthony. Because they can't read him, they sleeping on him. But you need to be aware. You need to be having your eyes and your third eye on the one that always got a perfect answer to say. The ones that, that's all in your ear with the sweet lullabies. You need to be having a question behind that opposed to the man that, is a little bit more reserved. I just don't get that. Anyways, but Anthony is placing the ball in Winter and Denise's hand, in my opinion. He's letting y'all know that he has an interest for you, that he's feeling you. And then from there, where you trying to go with this? The ball is now in your hands. Moving on. Look, I'm with Anthony. I've been telling y'all I like Anthony the most out of everyone. My nose is about to run. Let's go get some tissue. I'm back. Because why chase you when you chasing behind Jay, and why chase Denise when Denise is chasing behind Calfani? I feel like this: whatever woman decides to make Anthony her number one is going to be the only couple still standing after reunion. Because at this point, I don't see it for none of them. None of them. Alex and Brian talk, and even while she tells him that she doesn't feel like so forget these notes because I remember this. Because Brian, why are you here, Brian? Brian, whatever you try to promote, whatever you want to happen from the show, I would rather you much say this than to keep playing, than to keep on playing with your making up word childish ass. I can't believe that this girl draws it out for you and says, I feel like you dismissed me, and then you ask her, what are you talking about? And then, look, Alex, you a better and more patient woman than me, because I'm not about to explain to you again what you did, like, that made me feel like not what you did. Forget that. Maybe you didn't understand what you did. I'm not going to explain to you what scenario I'm talking about that I felt like you dismissed me, because the fact that I even have to rehatch and be vulnerable again and share with you something as personal as, my past, it's just not even funny for you to continuously make jokes. Like, girl, I feel so bad for Alex. He just doesn't get it, and Alex is over. And honestly, Alex is more patient than me, because if he could not remember what, see, I put this in the notes, I would not have spelled it out for him. No, I don't have that type of patience. I have 2 sons already. I'm not raising a third. Okay? No. I know Brian thinks he's coming off as very charming. Like, I'm the man that's gonna make you laugh, baby. But it's coming off as childish, Brian. Anyways, Nephew Tommy, y'all has been letting me call him Uncle Tommy this whole time. Right. Y'all want to correct me any other time. Like, y'all ain't tell me no different. Anyways, he's taking the time to talk to everyone about who is ready to love. 2 people are going home. And one thing I like about Nephew Tommy is he gives good advice, particularly to the men. because they need some help this season. They really do. Simone and Brian go home, and although I don't think Simone was ready, and then and there to love, but she's going to be married in no time because I could tell she was really open to the process and learned from all the critiques she received. This was before I saw that she had been asking for help to get hooked up. I don't know how old that video was. It said a year ago, but Simone looked a lot slimmer. Not saying that Simone's a heavy girl now, but you know when we were younger, you got that naturally slim, I'm young weight. She just had that going for her. And at this point, child, you could disregard that last part. Like, Simone, you fooled the hell out of you fooled the hell out of me. I was still rooting for you despite the fact that you were messy. Okay. Now you know. I'm thinking clearly. Messy. You were very inquisitive, but in a very shallow-minded way. I felt like I see it for Simone because I'm like, she's really learning. You know, like she's really bumping her head and getting back up and dusting herself off, and I could appreciate that. And I still can appreciate that. But being that this is not your first go-round makes me think that you're not really sincere. You're not really, like, girl, you slipped up with Laz Alonso? That's not even, listen, I don't, celebrities, that's not me. I'm not that girl. I'm not that girl that's going to fangirl over no celebrity. I don't want to date a rapper. I don't want an entertainer, a baller. That's what, I don't want them problems. I love being Prissy solo with my private life. And I just look at celebrities as an occupation. You piss on the toilet like I do. You are a human like I am. You bleed like I am. You know, there's only a couple celebrities that if I see it, I would be like, hi, and I would speak to. I don't know if I would ask for a picture. I just don't know. I've been around reality shows and people, and I just don't even bat an eye. It's not that serious. But something about the type of actor that Laz Alonso is, there's certain celebrities that you could tell that are really down to earth. They're private people, and I can respect that because I could see my best friend wants to be an actress, and I could see her being one of those people, like a Tashina Arnold. You know what I mean? Like, I got my career, but I'm still very much so still me. And I'm private, and you don't know my business because I don't tell y'all my business. I ain't out here in the streets with mine. I'm not out here chasing clout. And that Laz Alonso gives me that. Like, if Steve Harvey was going to hook you up with anybody, fine ass, humble ass, fine ass, Laz Alonso. Let me move on for somebody read me down. I'm acting thirsty. Let me get something to drink. Pineapple juice, ladies. Moving on. Where I'm at with my nose, because I done went too far with that. Simone and Brian go home, and although I already said that, so where I'm at with it, I'm sure Brian doesn't understand why he was sent home, even though Alex spelled it out for him, which looked like it may have helped Alex. Again, you did not have to do that, Alex. That is a grown man. Stop spoon feeding him. But I feel like it did Alex more good. You know what I mean? Like when I watched Alex do it, I'm pretty sure prior to this, the type of vibes Alex gives me, she never did something like that before. Like, let's say she has broke up with a boyfriend face to face and had to, tell him like, look, this isn't working out, whatever. I'm pretty sure she probably has. But in a room full of people, it looks like it did something for her confidence. I'm so glad she didn't fall for Brian because I think he was after her cookie. Remember I told y'all in my first review, I said that Alex told Brian way too soon that she was celibate. So good for you, Alex, for not falling for that weak ass game. I was a little bit nervous for you, but good for you. All right, so that wraps it up for this episode of Look What Happened to My Voice. Who is this? I'm sick, y'all. So that wraps it up. So what happens with me, basically, y'all? Last time I had a cold was in September, is because it was turning into fall. So now where I'm at in California, we are now into winter. Fall has came and gone, and now it's cold as crap. It's wintertime, and so now, because I don't always keep up with myself the way I should, as far as being like fully clothed and warm like I should, I'm sick. So when the weather changes, this happens, unfortunately, and I've been fighting, you guys. Um, I'm gonna be watching tomorrow the new Ready to Love. Who do y'all think is going home? I think Alex, because I don't know really too sure how strong that is with Rashid. I know she doesn't have any other connections, and I just don't know for the guys. So y'all let me know what y'all think, and make sure you hit that subscribe button so you will be notified when I upload episode 9 review. I also have something for my surgery ladies. And until next time, I'm out. Later.